Hi there, Michelle Visser on Solely Rested channel. I have been making kombucha for almost a year and a half now. And just last week, I did something a little bit different that I thought I'd share with you because I really like it. Typically, I will line up all of my second ferments on my kitchen counter in a certain spot that I always set them. But I had a couple problems with that. Not necessarily problems, but number one, I often will make 6 half-gallons of kombucha at a time because we go through it pretty quickly, and if someone's over, I want to be able to share it. But on the weeks that we don't go through it quickly, and no one stops by to share it with, I have found that by the end of the week, it's gotten too vinegary for us because it's been sitting there for too long. But until recently, I really didn't have another option because refrigerator space is very high premium in our house. The refrigerator is just loaded with so many things. Typically, it was loaded with raw milk and the products we were making with it. But for two reasons. One, sadly, we had to get rid of the cows. And two, we actually, around the same time, got a better and bigger refrigerator. I actually have room in there now to store my second ferments if I want to. So I started, after it's been on the counter for a couple days, I will put it into the refrigerator then, and I find that the vinegary taste doesn't happen then because everything is slowed down a great amount, of course, once it goes in the refrigerator. So I thought I would just do this with you. I had a jar here of, well, first of all, these are the ones I just took out of the refrigerator. My lemon lavender and my strawberry mojito. And they've been in there a couple days now, and the taste is wonderful. It's just like it was when I put it in. Typically, if it's sat on the counter for 2 or 3 days, longer than the other ones that I've drank, so maybe 5 or 6 days on the counter, it would just not be as tasty because it gets, like I said, a little more vinegary. So, didn't do that this week. And I love it that coming right out of the refrigerator, of course, it's ice cold. I don't even have to add ice, which of course will water it down. So, win-win. I'm really happy with that. Now, another bonus is, let's see if I can get my lid off. It's gonna come. There we go. Another bonus. I like to put them really tight to allow the carbonation to build up. But another bonus to this new way of doing it is that I'm going to strain out the flavoring. And when I leave it set on the counter, I'll just let it sit there until I'm ready to, open it and drink the first round. And that way the carbonation is really nice and bubbly when I go to drink it. But sometimes the flavoring, if you leave it there for 5, 6, 7 days, gets too strong for me. So that's another bonus to doing it this way. I'll strain it out and put it in the refrigerator. And look at that, I have quite a SCOBY growing, I'll show you. Whoa, oh no! Oh, yeah, it got a little too carbonated and I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy looking at the SCOBY on top. I flavored this with flavored tea. I'll share a link to it. It's a yummy rosemary citrus tea. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but see how it's all sticking together? That's because, oops, I guess I need to put it in front of the camera. It's all sticking together like that because it actually is forming a SCOBY there, holding it all together. So let's put that over here. The chicken will love that. They love the extra little pieces of SCOBY, and they love the herbs and flavorings that I use to flavor the tea. So that's always a treat for them. I'm gonna have to wait for the bubbles to die down, but you get the idea. Then I'll just put the lid on that, put it in the fridge, and it will be yummy to enjoy the whole rest of the week. So there you have it. I hope that helps you a little bit as you decide how you're going to store your second ferment kombuchas. And I hope things are fantastic in your neck of the woods.